this song's got a little call and response. It goes, hold fast, all together, hold the line. And it's got a chorus that goes like this. Hold. Hold the line, hold the line. Hold it for the future, yours and mine. With fire in your belly and iron in your spine. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. People rise up, people shout. Put your tools down and walk out. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Every worker in this land, let's strike together, hand in hand. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line. Hold it for the future, yours and mine. With fire in your belly, iron in your spine. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Cross our arms and plant our feet, and we got this system beat. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Not a single wheel can turn till we've taken what we've earned. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line. Hold it for the future, yours and mine. With fire in your belly, iron in your spine. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. King Dawn can build his wall, but the curtain always falls. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Soon the first will be the last, and we'll march out of the past. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line. Hold it for the future, yours and mine. With fire in your belly, iron in your spine. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. This old world has come apart, but there's a new one in our hearts. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Workers know what we are worth. We demand only the earth. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line. Hold it for the future, yours and mine. With fire in your belly, iron in your spine. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line. Hold it for the future, yours and mine. With fire in your belly, iron in your spine. Hold fast, all together, hold the line. And my friend Larry Long, he says hi. He wanted me to sing this little verse to you as well. It goes like this. White sheets in the White House. Everybody scream and shout. White sheets in the White House. Time to throw those white sheets out. White sheets in the White House. Everybody scream and shout. White sheets in the White House. Time to throw those white sheets out. White sheets in the White House. Everybody scream and shout. White sheets in the White House. Everybody throw those white sheets out. Everyone's got to do a little mid-act instrument switch now and then. We're gonna have some great speakers up here for you. We're gonna have some great chants. This is a song from Catalonia. It was written during the years of the Franco dictatorship. The songwriter had to leave Catalonia very quickly after writing this. But he's back there now, and Franco's gone and his regime is gone, because fascism always loses. The chorus goes like this. But if we pull, we'll see it fall. It cannot last much more at all. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down. You'll hear us call. I'll pick up my chains and pull for you. You pick up your chains and pull for me. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down, and we'll be free. Suzette spoke to me softly one morning just before dawn. The lights danced below the horizon as carts passed our door and were gone. He said, do you see that stake there, to which we're all shackled and locked? If we can't figure out how to break these chains, we'll never be able to walk. But if we pull, we'll see it fall. It cannot last much more at all. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down. You'll hear us call. I'll pick up my chains and pull for you. You pick up your chains and pull for me. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down, and we'll be free. Suzette, it's been a long time now. My hands are beginning to slip. Although my strength starts to leave me, that post still has a firm grip. It's clear that the core is all rotten, but it weighs us down just the same. When I feel my hands betray me, your song helps me lessen the pain. But if we pull, we'll see it fall. It cannot last much more at all. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down. You'll hear us call. I'll pick up my chains and pull for you. You pick up your chains and pull for me. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down, and we'll be free. Suzette passed away one morning. A cold wind took him from the world to God knows where, but what's clear is that I still sit here alone by the door. I watch the children pass by me, and I sing without a second thought. The very last words Suzette ever spoke, the very last thing that he taught, was if we pull, we'll see it fall. It cannot last much more at all. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down. You'll hear us call. I'll pick up my chains and pull for you. You pick up your chains and pull for me. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down, and we'll be free. Yes, if we pull, we'll see it fall. It cannot last much more at all. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down. You'll hear us call. I'll pick up my chains and pull for you. You pick up your chains and pull for me. We'll see it tumble, 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 crumbling down, and we'll be free. One hope, one dream, the fall of the regime. Woo! Thank you.
Thank you, Emmett. Woo! Let's get another round for our local guys. of all, let's see those signs. Hold up those signs, people. Wave those flags. Wave them high. Let them see it in D.C. Let them see it in Mar-a-Lago. Let them see it all the way to our friends in Canada. All right. We are excited to have our next performer, Liz Digitali Anderson. Liz is a singer, a songwriter, and community activist, and a fighter for justice. Everybody, let's give Liz a wonderful No Kings welcome!
Y'all look beautiful out there. So my job is to get y'all to sing. So if I sing a line, you're just gonna sing it back to me. So if I say, rise up, you all say, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. I can't hear you yet, and maybe that's just because I have earplugs in, but let's try. Rise up, 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 rise up. Beautiful. Now everybody always is like, Liz, these giant marches, what do they do? And I'm like, this is not just a march. This is a mobilization. When you all go home today, what are we gonna do? We are gonna get organized. So, if I sing, organize, 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 organize. We're gonna organize, organize, organize. Your turn. We're gonna organize, organize, organize. We're gonna organize, organize, organize. Try it again. We're gonna organize, organize, organize. 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 Now I call it out, cause we want justice for all people. So let's get organized for what we believe. Your turn! Cause we want justice for our people. Let's get organized for what we believe. You know we got to organize, organize, organize. 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 Cause we want safety for our families. So let's get organized for what we believe. Call it back, y'all. Cause we want safety for our families. So let's get organized for what we believe. That's why we got to organize, organize, organize. 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 Cause we want freedom for our people. So let's get organized for what we believe. Your turn! Cause we want freedom for our people. So let's get organized for what we believe. That's why we've got to organize, organize, organize. We got to organize, organize, organize. We got to organize, organize, organize. We got to organize, organize, organize. Cause we want justice for our people. You only get what you're organized to take. Cause we want justice for our people. You only get what you're organized to take. That's why we've got to organize, organize, organize. We got to organize, organize, organize. We've got to organize, organize, organize. We've got to organize, organize, organize. So I'm thinking I might not be able to switch federal policy in the next 3 months, but you know what I can do after I leave here today? Is I can go home and organize my block. I can figure out how we are going to take care of each other in this moment. Find out who on your neighborhood is a nurse, is a cook, is a gardener, is a bike mechanic. Find out who's isolated and lonely and commit to taking care of each other in this moment, y'all. We're gonna do one more song together, but before we do, I want to read a poem from Aurora Levens Morales, who is the sister of Ricardo Levens Morales. She's an elder in this movement. And this poem is based on the Jewish prayer of Vahavta, which our friends who are Jewish say every day. So I want you all to take a deep breath with me here. We're just gonna get settled into our nervous systems for a second. Feel your feet on the earth. Give some gratitude to the sky and the air. From Vahavta. Say these words when you lie down and when you rise up, when you go out and when you return, in times of mourning and in times of joy. Inscribe them on your doorposts, embroider them on your garments, tattoo them on your shoulders, teach them to your children, your neighbors, your enemies. Recite them in your sleep. Here in the cruel shadow of empire, another world is possible. That's right. Imagine winning. This is your sacred task. This is your power. Imagine every detail of winning. The exact smell of the summer streets in which no one has been shot. The muscles you have never unclenched from worry, gone soft as newborn skin. The sparkling taste of food when we know that no one on earth is hungry, that the beggars are fed, that the old man under the bridge and the woman wrapping herself in thin sheets in the back seat of a car and the children who suck on stones nest under a flock of roofs that keep multiplying their shelter. Lean with all your being towards that day when the poor of the world shake down a rain of good fortune out of the heavy clouds and justice rolls down like waters. Defend the world in which we win as if it were your child. It is your child. Defend it as if it were your lover. It is your lover. When you inhale and when you exhale, breathe in the possibility of another world until the 37.2 trillion cells of your body, until it shines with hope. Then imagine more. Don't waver. Don't let despair sink its sharp teeth into that throat with which you sing. Escalate your dreams and make them burn so fiercely you can follow them down any dark alleyway of history and not lose your way. Make them burn clear as a starry drinking gourd over the grim fog of exhaustion. And keep walking. Hold hands. Share water. Keep imagining so that we and the children of our children's children may live. So we're gonna do one more little snippet of a song here by my friend Josh Blaine, and he says, "No one is getting left behind this time." Say that with me. No one is getting left behind this time. Turn to your neighbor and say, "No one is getting left behind." We get there together or never get there at all. Say to your neighbor, we get there together or never get there at all. So that first line's gonna go 3 times. It's gonna say, no one is getting left behind this time. Your turn. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. Try that. No one is getting left behind. Same as the first. No one is getting left behind this time. Now we get there. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. It goes up. We get there together or never get there at all. We're gonna try and sing this together. My friend Jen from Inquilinos Unidos is here doing the callbacks. Everybody, we're gonna sing No One is Getting Left Behind. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. One last time, no one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. Go organize your block, y'all. No kings!
No kings! Thank you, Liz! Well, we're gonna get started, but it also feels like we need to hear one more song. What do you guys think? Are you ready, Minnesota? Let's do it! Cue it, Kelson!
Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one, Dr. Everything will be alright. Sit around to a moment of your time, is that it's a moment of your mind, baby. 'Cause in this life, things are much harder than the afterworld. This life, you're on your own. And if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy, find your higher road.
announcements. There's a lot of you here, and we're going to just keep this safe and organized. Those organizations that are marching and leading off the march, we're going to need you to go to your respective places. So that means heading over to by the stadium side. So if you are marching with some of our amazing supporters and organizations, need you go over there. Everybody else stays here for some fun and some interesting conversations with amazing leaders. So I just want to say, here we are in Minnesota in the Twin Cities, but I really need you to let our friends in greater Minnesota know, which there are 90 other organizations and events happening, that we are sending love. They're up in International Falls. Let's give it to them. Come on, International Falls. They're in Rushford, Minnesota. Population 1,800. Let's give it to them. So you are going to hear from some wonderful folks that are going to inspire us in this long fight. And it is long. We get it. We know what they are doing. But the beauty of this is we do this in love, peace, and justice. We will be here. They will not. So just a couple of things to remember about today. We are definitely all kind of packed in and crammed in. So give each other grace and give each other space. So I'll say that again. Give each other grace and give each other space as we enjoy the rest of the day. You're also going to hear calls to action. These are things that you can do. These are not big things. These are things that you can do immediately. So the first call to action that we're going to ask you is, tell 5 people why you're here today. Let people know what brought you out. So please, that you can do that on social media. You can do that at your book club. Hey, and if you're bold and you're an amazing Minnesotan, stop somebody in the street and just say, hey, did you go to No Kings? This is why I went to No Kings. So, we can't do this without family, and I'm really, really happy to share that we are here with our union family. Our first speaker, yes, unions! Union loud, union proud, let's hear you! We have our president of AFL-CIO Minnesota, Bernie Burnham, is here. She has been in this role since 2022, and this is what I absolutely love. Not that we have to call it out, but it does make a difference. She is the first person of color to lead this organization in Minnesota. So give Bernie a Minnesota welcome!
Thank you, Sam. Good afternoon, brothers, sisters, and siblings. On behalf of the working people and retirees who belong to Minnesota's unions, I bring you a message of solidarity. Hey, how many union members are in the crowd today? If you belong to a union or a union retiree, let's hear you again. How about anyone who would join a union today if you were given the chance? That's exactly what I thought. Donald Trump and his billionaire puppet masters know this too. They know the labor movement is one of the most powerful forces for freedom, fairness, and security for working people. They know that union solidarity is the antidote to their attempts to divide working people based on what we look like, where we live, where we were born, or what we do for a living. And they know that throughout history, organized labor has stood in the way of tyrants and dictators. That's why crushing the labor movement is a key feature of something we have become all too familiar with, Project 2025. But we are not going to stand by and let them break our solidarity, are we? No! Of course we aren't. We're going to make sure that ordinary people just like us remember that we have more in common with one another than we will ever have with billionaires and hangers-on in charge of our government right now. Because we are America. Who are we? America. And this is our country. Whose country is it? Our country. And listen, we're going to stand and march together in solidarity, both in solidarity with one another and solidarity with our commitment to democracy, justice, and our Constitution. Thank you. Thank you for standing in solidarity with one another today and every day, because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lisa. I'm with Indivisible Twin Cities. And I want to thank every single one of you for being courageous and coming out today and standing up against fascism when everybody told you should just stay home. Good job. This is what democracy looks like. Okay, we're going to keep things rolling. So I'm going to introduce Pastor Jim Erlitzson, who is the pastor of the Lutheran Church of the Redeemer in St. Paul. He is also one of the founders and clergy leaders of Isaiah.
Thank you. I love that opening hymn by Prince. Now it's time to preach. I am here as a human being, a person of faith, an American like you, who loves our country and my neighbor. We have gathered peacefully, joyfully today to express our constitutional right to speak in defense of democracy and resist authoritarianism. Now, I'm a pastor and a leader of Isaiah, a faith-based organization whose mission is to organize people in our communities to work for justice and the common good. And now is the time for all of us to stand up together, to speak, and to march. Now, the scriptures warn us, do not put your trust in princes, in mortals in whom there is no help. When they die, they return to the earth, and on that day, their plans perish. As people of faith, we stand for healing the sick, feeding the hungry, and welcoming the stranger. Those of us who are Christians follow Jesus, who came to bring good news to the poor, to proclaim release to the captives, recovery of sight to the blind, and let the oppressed go free. Now, we reject the twisting of Christian faith and the words of Jesus, which has brought white Christian nationalism, heresy, and the politics of hate, fear, and greed. As some seek to tear our country apart and our democracy apart, now is a time for Christians and people of all faiths to rise up, raise our voices, and act in a new way together. Now, to build a movement, to move people's hearts and minds, we need to move. So today we march, and tomorrow we must continue to speak up and march again. So, listen to the last of it. Isaiah is organizing with others a nationwide Palm Sunday march on March 29, 2026. So just like Jesus marched into Jerusalem to confront the Roman Empire and the authorities that oppress people, we will march in St. Paul and in cities throughout the nation. Palm Sunday, March 29th. We invite people of faith, people who love justice, you and your friends and neighbors to join us in action together to confront authoritarianism, resist racism, halt government overreach, and unlawful detentions of our immigrant neighbors. So we fight for health care, for shelter and food, for the most vulnerable among us, for elders and children, to protect transgender youth from threats and violence. That's right. We are marching today for care, not cuts. To provide Medicaid instead of closing hospitals. Feed the hungry instead of cutting SNAP benefits. To protect migrant children and keep families together, because we are all children of God. So if you share these values of justice and care for your neighbor, please save the date of March 29th on your phone and march with us. For we are all people of faith and hope. We love our country, we love democracy, and we love our neighbor. God bless you and keep you all safe as we march today.
Okay, everybody. So Sam mentioned earlier that we've got some calls to action for you all today. And we want to make sure that when you leave here, you feel like you've done something important, something to help save our democracy. So we have all watched as Trump has invaded cities like Portland, Chicago, LA, and DC using manufactured lies. We don't know if he will do the same here in the Twin Cities, but we will be ready if he does. Okay, so ITC has created something we're calling the Pledge of Resistance. And this is going to alert you immediately if Trump sends troops into the Twin Cities. And it will tell you when and where to mobilize. It's super easy, and somewhere way out there in the crowd, there's a giant sign that has the information on it, but I can't see it. But I know it's there somewhere. But anyway, this is how you do it. It's super easy. I want you to get out your phone, and then I want you to text the word pledge, P-L-E-D-G-E, pledge, to 30319. This is going to put you on a list. We are not going to send you emails. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to put you on our newsletter. We're not going to do any of that. We are only going to contact you when it is time for us to mobilize. All right, I haven't seen too many with their phones up. I'm going to tell you one more time. There you go. Get out your phone and type the word pledge and send it to 30319. Thank you. Now, our next speaker is one of our good friends, and we just love her to death. Monique Cullors Doty is the head of Black Lives Matter, Minnesota and Twin Cities. Come on, Monique.
Minnesota, look at you. Give yourselves a hand. This is glorious. So when I say no kings, you say no Trump. No kings. 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 No Trump. That's right. That is absolutely right. That's why we're here today. We have a sick man in the office with a lot of sick people that are supporting what he's doing. And when someone is sick, what do? You usually go to the doctor and you have to take an analysis, say, hey, what are the symptoms? But you also go back and you say, hey, what's the family history? So if we're going to look at how America ended up where we are today, we'd have to go back through American history that allowed white supremacy and capitalism to continue to run unchecked. America has continued to coddle hatred, to continue profit over people. America has allowed for-profit corporations to run this country, and we have to say enough is enough. We can no longer afford to allow the rich to fund races so that they have the winners that will continue to put money in their pockets when they're already the richest people in the world. We need an America that works for the people. We need an America that works for all people because no human is illegal. We need an America that believes and shows that black and brown lives matter. We need an America that's going to stand up for LGBTQ++ rights. We need an America that's going to stand up for women's rights and reproductive rights. We need an America that's going to say we will take care of the poor. We need an America that's going to help the sick. We need an America that's going to take the profit out of health care. Because health care is a human right. We need an America that allows us to get a fair education. We need an America that's going to stop sending our tax dollars overseas to fund genocide. We need an America that's going to stop profiting off of colonization in Africa and in South America. We need an America that believes that science is real. We need change. And this is what change looks like. Change looks like you and it looks like me. And it looks like us in these streets. So when I say, whose street? You say our street. Whose street?
Our street.
Whose street?
Our street.
Whose street?
Our street.
Whose street?
Our streets.
And we have to acknowledge we are on native land. So when I say, whose land? You say native land. Whose land?
Native land.
Whose land?
Native land.
Whose land?
Native land.
Land back. We have to restore what has been taken. We need reparations for the descendants of enslaved African people. We need to correct the harms of the past that have been done. And we need to correct this system in a way that we will never have a criminal rapist president like Donald Trump again. Yes, I hear you. He is a pedophile. Women are not safe around him. And he has such hatred to the point that all of a sudden, a man who is killed, who has spewed hatred, and has been hailed as almost a saint. When we see the lifting up following the murder of Charlie KKK Kirk, but yet we see black men demonized when they're innocently killed in the streets, we have a problem in America. So I want to thank the organizers of this event for being so inclusive. I want to thank the organizers. I want to thank the marshals. I want to thank the sound people, everyone, because it takes a lot of work to put something like this together. So let's give them a hand. You all are amazing. So international solidarity to all those out in the streets today. Portland, keep going. We see you. Those of you resisting ICE, keep resisting. We see you. It's not over. We're just getting started. So in honor of the late revolutionary Assata Shakur, who passed last week, I want you to put your fist up in the air and repeat after me. Say, we have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. All power to the people.
Okay, I just want to say one thing. I've done a few of these events this year. You may have been at some of them. And this is the first time I've ever looked out at the crowd and seen all these inflatable animals and creatures, and I am loving it. You guys are fantastic. Okay, our next speaker we are so happy she came today and that she was able to spend some time with us. She has been working herself, I won't say to death, but she's been working a lot in DC on our behalf during this shutdown. I want you to welcome our Senator Tina Smith!
Can I just take a selfie quick? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It does my heart good to see all of you here, all around us, and 380 degrees of people who love this country. We love this country and we want to keep it. There are millions of people around the country that are gathering today. Here in Minnesota, there are thousands in Duluth and Austin and Zumbrota and Albert Lea and all over the country. And everybody is here because we understand that we pledge allegiance not to a king, not to a person, but to our democratic values. Those values that are enshrined in our Constitution. We, the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. That is the preamble to our Constitution. That is the promise that we make to one another. And we understand that this most precious thing that we have, our democracy, is not a given. It is something that we have to fight and organize for. And I can tell you right now, the reason we are here today is because Donald Trump and his corruption and his campaign to strip away our liberties, it is a now threat, Minnesota. It is not a potential, it is happening now. And that is why we are here. On Inauguration Day, I sat in our beautiful Capitol Rotunda, and I saw there above me on the platform the tech billionaires who had seats of honor in this administration. We have seen Donald Trump and his family use the presidency and the powers of their office not to enrich all of us, but to enrich themselves with crypto money, billions of dollars. We have seen them strip away the basic freedom to speak our minds and to express ourselves on university campuses, in businesses, and in the media. We have seen that happen. And we have seen this president send the military to our cities, and we have seen masked agents go into buildings and drag people out of those buildings in the middle of the night, half naked, tied with zip ties. We have seen this. American citizens, all people are human, and they should never be treated this way. And we have seen this administration continue to rig our economy so those with all of the wealth and the power scoop up all of the riches of this wealthy country, and everybody else is left paying the price. And we have seen Republicans in Congress stand there and watch because they pay allegiance to their king. But this is not our king. This is not our king. We know who Donald Trump is, but this is not who we are. Is it Minnesota? Minnesota. They want to exhaust us. They want us to feel like there is nothing that we can do. They want us to give up, and they want us to give in. But look around you. Look at this beautiful, beautiful group of people, all different kinds of people. Look at what we see here. Look at the power gathered on this platform today. Listen to the strength of your voices. Understand that most people in this country do not want to see their government pillaged by the likes of Donald Trump. Most people in this country just want the safety and security of being able to live their lives with freedom and with dignity. They want health care as a human right. They want to believe that if they work hard, that they are going to have a chance to own a home, that their children are going to do well, that there's going to be a good education for their families, that they have a chance to make it in this country. This is what our fight is about. I want you to know that Donald Trump is not as strong as he wants you to believe. Bullies never are. Bullies are never as strong as they want you to believe. The strength in this country is right here in downtown Minneapolis. And it's in Minnetonka, and it's in Duluth, and it's in Ely, and it's in Broda, and it's in Worthington, and it is in Albert Lea, it is in Faribault. Because in this country still, power comes from the people, not to the people. Power comes to Washington, not from Washington. That is what we fight for. That is what our voices are so strong for. Thank you for showing what we can do when we are together. When we fight together, we are so strong. Thank you, Minnesota.
Incredible. Wow. Thank you so much, Senator. What a beautiful day this is. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Drew, and I am with Minnesota 5051, and I'm here today to share an important call to action. I don't need to tell you guys this, but right now, ICE is wreaking havoc on our nation. They are terrorizing communities with no regard for the rule of law or for human dignity. They've taken people in the dead of night, never to be seen again, and it's happening right here in Minnesota, under our very noses. So why is our government disappearing people? But more importantly, why are we allowing this to happen? My call to you today is a simple one, but it's very crucial. My call to you today is to be brave, to find it in your hearts to stand up to tyranny. We do not get to choose the times we live in, but we can choose how we react to them. And right now, we have an important choice to make. Are we going to be the people who watch democracy die, or are we going to be the people who do something about it? Right now, we need bravery. We need bravery to push our elected officials to do something about ICE, and we need the bravery to call them out if they refuse to. Right now, Minnesota 5051, this coming week, we'll be meeting with the governor's office, and we hope to hear a good plan on how they're going to combat ICE. But the bottom line is, too, is we cannot wait for people to save us. Only we, the people, can save ourselves. Now is the time to stand up. Stand up for your neighbors, stand up for yourselves, and stand up for what's right. Their plan is clear. They're hoping to erode our democracy through force. They're hoping ICE is going to scare us into silence. But here's the thing about fear, is that we get to choose how we react to it. The key to victory is in our hands, as long as we are bold enough to seize it. Here's what we can do. The Whipple Federal Building is where ICE is operating. Right now, they're kidnapping immigrants after their legal immigration hearings. For shame. There's people right now there every Wednesday. What I want all of you to do is show up and support those people, and to show up 7 days a week. I also want you to find your local immigrant advocacy group. For example, MURAC on October 28th is holding a rally right down the street at the Federal Plaza. Support our people, support our immigrants, and support our neighbors and community members against this. But most importantly, we need everyone to be brave. Say it after me. No secret police.
No secret police.
No dictators.
No dictators.
No tyrants.
No tyrants.
No kings.
No kings.
Now I'm going to hand it off to Zach. Thank you. Thank you, Drew, and hello, Minnesota! Are you feeling good today? Are you feeling powerful? Are you feeling American? Good, because today we are doing the most American thing that you can do. We are standing up to a wannabe king. My name is Zach Lindstrom. I'm also a leader from Minnesota 5051. And right now I want to thank Drew and the rest of Minnesota 5051 for being such amazing organizers, leaders, and friends. We also have to thank our fantastic coalition partners, Indivisible Twin Cities, Women's March Minnesota, and the Minnesota AFL-CIO. They are fantastic partners and fantastic friends. We also need to thank all of our wonderful supporting organizations who have shown up in force today. But the most important, most instrumental part of this rally is you. So thank you for coming out on this Sunday, Saturday to show up against fascism. Our next speaker is a powerful tribal leader for the Dakota people, a leader in the arts and for Indigenous rights and justice. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Kate Bean.
Iramaya, Hamidaki Epi, Washichu Ia, Dr. Kate Bean, Imaki Apie, Dakota Ia, Ahadipi Wendemeye, Wapai Pakshan Oyate Hemataha, Yushkia Wachiam Kapie. Hello, my relatives. In English, I'm known as Dr. Kate Bean. In my Dakota language, I'm known as Brings Them Home Woman. I am a citizen of the Bend in the River Oyate, the Flanders Santee de Sioux Dakota, and I am happy to see you all here today. My Tiwahe, my family, comes from Black Dogs Village, which many of you know today as Egan. We come from Kaposia, known today as St. Paul, from Hayata Otume in Badema Kaska, here in South Minneapolis. I come from the people who were removed from this state under military guard. But my family has returned home. Here to Dakota lands to help remind everyone in Minnesota Makoche that as Dakota people, we have survived. And we continue to thrive. We continue to thrive despite attempts at extermination. My family worked with our community to restore the name Badema Kaska during the last Trump administration. We fought back against erasure, and we continue to stand in our power today. Indigenous people know firsthand what it's like to be silenced, to be removed, imprisoned, and killed by this country's government. But we will all remember that compliance is never an option when our relatives are hurting. So to hell with Minnesota nice. As Indigenous people, this land we all know firsthand how to resist, reclaim, and fight for our humanity. We fight for our existence. I stand before you today, and my children are here today as reminders that evil does not always win. We know that authoritarianism seeks to destroy who we are as Ikchewichashta, as human beings. We know the patterns of history. We remember what has come before, and we learn from it so that we can do better for future generations. The Trump administration is relying on compliance and creating an environment of fear and degradation. Today, we must support all of our relatives who are struggling through these efforts, policies, and practices of hate. I am here today as a tribal citizen, but I also serve as director of a space of refuge in St. Paul called the Minnesota Museum of American Art, also known as the M. As a museum professional, I work in a field that is under attack. Interpretive panels are being whitewashed and removed, and my dear colleagues' livelihoods are being taken simply for speaking the truth and creating space for others. As an arts leader, I know and I see every day how this administration is working to stop us from creating and dreaming together. The biggest threat to those who seek to destroy us is to take away our imagination, our freedoms to dream into existence, the world where we can all be our authentic selves, and where our children can thrive as critical thinkers. Last weekend, my museum opened an exhibition called Queering Indigeneity, highlighting the work of 16 queer, trans, and two-spirit artists from the upper Midwest. At the M, we partner with our indigiqueer relatives to know that they remain celebrated and loved in our communities here in Minnesota, Makoche. I ask everyone here to please support brave museum spaces such as ours who are refusing to be silenced. We need to keep our doors open through these difficult days where funding is being pulled for simply being brave and supporting humanity and the imaginations of those who dare to dream and inspire us into a better world. As a Dakota Weon, I also need to remind you all whose land upon which you are standing today. De Dakota Makoche. Repeat after me. De Dakota Makoche. This is Dakota land. Please support our tribal communities and Native women who are running for office. Please support our tribal communities and organizations who are seeking land restoration and land back initiatives. My badass sister here, Peggy Flanagan, is running for U.S. Senate. I do not know a Native woman in Indian country, anyone who has served our people as much as our dear Lieutenant Governor has, who has served all of us over the last 150 plus years. My badass sisters Peggy for U.S. Senate and my sister Shelley Buck for Minnesota House 47A. I am the mother to 3 fierce little girls, and I am so beyond excited that my daughters have these brave aunties to look up to here in our own homelands. So elect Indigenous excellence and support Native women leading us into the future on Native lands. Hiramaye.
Thank you, Dr. Kate Bean! No Kings isn't just about Donald Trump or his administration. It's about the people who have and will be affected by the fallout of this regime's disastrous leadership. Few in Minnesota can speak to that impact and its mitigation better than our next speaker, who for over a decade has led Unidos into a powerhouse of Latina power, working on the front lines to aid and defend our immigrant communities. Please welcome to the stage Executive Director of Unidos, Emilia Gonzalez Avalos.
You're beautiful, Minnesota! And immigrants are beautiful too! We say in Latin America, solo el pueblo salva al pueblo. Only the people can save the people. And so, we know that there will be stuff coming our way. If you want to get prepared, if you want to get trained on peaceful de-escalation and legal protection of immigrants in your home, in your block, in the workplace, in the community, please send us a text to 612-441-2881. 612-441-2881 and text the word witness so you get more information about the trainings. Today we stand at some crossroads in our nation. For far too long, the wealthy few have weaponized our differences to distract us from our shared destiny. Now they hold some reins of power, using division and fear to consolidate their rule. Like the generations before us, we are called to make hard choices. Not to comfort, but to endure. But for enduring the prophecy that we are the people that will repair, restore, and make this nation finally the place of belonging for all of us. As a person of faith, as an immigrant, as an indigenous Mexican, as a mother, my heart is heavy as we witness the pain and the violence brought upon our families. Kidnapping of immigrants and citizens alike. Violent arrests, militarized occupations in the name of false safety. When hearts grow numb to the cries of separated families, we have turned away from the very image of the Creator in one another. We began to forget what it is to be human. And America begins to forget what it is to be just. But my faith and history, and frankly, all of you Minnesotans, have taught me that even in the valley of despair, the story is not over. Minnesotans have already showed what we are made of. And we're not a stranger to great tasks. Because despair is a choice. And this is the choice we cannot afford to make. To surrender to despair is to hand the victory to the powerful, to the billionaires who profit from our division and feed from our hopelessness. But courage, Minnesotans, is the seal of our all of liberation. And when we choose hope, we break their spell. When we organize, we stand with one another. We remind the world that power does not belong to the wealthy few. It belongs to the people who refuse to give it to them. In this moment, each of us must decide. Will we stand with the people, with the immigrants, with the working families, with the poor, with GBLTQ, with indigenous, with black people? Or with the billionaire takeover? This is not a choice of either Democrat and Republicans. This is a question we ask Republicans and Democrats. What are you going to choose? The people or the billionaires? What are you going to choose? The people or the billionaires? This is a question we ask ourselves, our trade and labor unions. Is it the people or the billionaires? To our workplaces and our faith congregation, is it the people or the billionaires? To corporations in Minnesota, to Target, to Cargill, 3M, to Mayo, are you with people or with the billionaire takeover? We cannot afford silence, y'all. Our families are getting kidnapped in silence. Families across Minnesota are losing healthcare and food benefits in silence. People are unable to afford their lives in silence. It's time. It's time to bring the pain into the light. Because this is not natural pain. This is pain brought to Americans by the decisions of the 1% and the corrupted politicians who make their pockets deeper with our suffering. So let us be the generation that refused despair, that chose courage, and that turned this wounded nation towards the light of justice. May history say of us, when the powerful chose greed, the people chose each other and built a multiracial democracy that our ancestors deserved, and generations after us get to enjoy. This is the battle of our lifetimes, Minnesotans. And we are the people. We are the people destined to win it. May God Almighty bless all of us. Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much, Executive Director Avalos. Our final speaker represents an unstoppable force against the growing tyranny from Capitol Hill. As AG, he's brought numerous lawsuits against the unconstitutional actions of the Trump administration, and he's become a face of the fights in the courts and in the streets against fascism. Please welcome to the stage Attorney General Keith Ellison.
Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Now, beloved, I need you to quiet just for a moment. We want you to just quiet just for a moment, because what I'd like to do is just get a moment of silence for all to remember Harper and Fletcher, who were students at Annunciation, shot down, murdered, and for our beloved sister, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, Mark Hortman. Let's give them a moment of silence in memory of their tremendous contribution to our world and in the dedication that we are making today to make a world better and one that they would be proud of. Let's take a moment. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Never forget them. Always remember them. Always keep them in your heart and in your mind. And I know that you were shocked when we heard the news of these murders. But friends, make no mistake. Every time a disturbed person buys an assault rifle, some company sells an assault rifle and makes a lot of money. We don't only have a gun violence crisis, we got a oligarch crisis. We got a crisis of these oligarchs who at no point ever slow down in their ravenous pursuit for more. And that is why we are in the situation where we're fighting for our very democracy at this moment. Because these people are not satisfied with the billions that they're sitting on. They want to claim our democracy and our democratic society too. And we say, absolutely, hell no, no kings. You want to know why they just keep on taking more, selling more weapons of destruction and war? Why do they do it? They do it for greed, which is why all they ever got for me and for you is thoughts and prayers. But I'm telling you, I'm thinking and I'm praying about no kings, about real democracy, about an assault weapon ban across this nation. Friends, it is shocking and it is a little disconcerting when you think about how this president, this wannabe king, has declared war on his own citizens in cities across this nation. Hands off Minneapolis, hands off Chicago, hands off Portland, hands off DC. And his secret police, which is snatching our neighbors as they're wearing masks across their faces. And they should wear masks because they should be ashamed of what they're doing. But if they were legitimate at all, they wouldn't have to do that, which is why they're doing it. These secret police, mass police, kidnapping people off the streets, they said they wanted to remove people committing crimes. But do you know they've arrested plenty of American citizens already? It was always a lie. It was always a pretext. And we have to say no to it. And don't forget about the grift, friends. Don't forget about the grift now. The grift, the $400 million plane. Y'all forgot about that? Or what about the cryptocurrency boondoggle? Or what about the golf courses that he demands in exchange? Or what about the gold? He's building a ballroom at the White House while he's snatching away your Medicare. And what about the abuse of the criminal justice system? Look, Tom Homan was caught taking a $50,000 bribe and put it in a kava bag. And they don't want to even show you the video. If he didn't do nothing, let's see the video. If Epstein didn't do nothing, let's see the video. Why don't you want to see the video? Let's see it. And yet my dear friend and your dear friend, Tish James, is facing an indictment along with James Comey. This is an abuse of the criminal justice system. It's wrong, all wrong. And this guy talking about law and order and crime with his 34 felony convictions, it's ridiculous. So friends, let me just tell you, all across this country, we got people, I think there are 2,700 No Kings rallies across America right now. 2,700. There are 90 across the state of Minnesota. The big towns and the small towns. You're not alone. You are not alone. You got plenty of friends with you. And know this, they are absolutely after our democracy. And you being here, standing up for it, is the most courageous, most patriotic thing you can do. Thank you for standing and being here today. I thank you. I congratulate you for being here. And never forget,
that in exchange for $270 million, Donald Trump allowed Elon Musk, to run roughshod over your government and shut down programs that you need in healthcare and United States aid for other countries. And this tax cut this summer is nothing but a payoff to these billionaires. Basically, he took your Medicare and Medicaid and got rid of it so that he could give it the money to the billionaires. It is so evil, so wrong, and we can't stand it. And so I just want to say to you, talk to your neighbors, build this movement. We might have 2,700 rallies today, but we need 27,000 rallies tomorrow. We need to build, we need to get bigger, we need to get stronger, we need to increase more, we need to have more people involved. We want you to get involved. We can turn this thing around if we do it. You have a critical role to play. You have a role to play. We need everybody. Don't turn nobody away. If somebody you know voted for Trump, say, we forgive you, come to the rally, no kings. All right? This is not a matter of settling old scores. This is a matter of protecting this country and all of its people right now. We can argue about stuff later. Let's fix this country right now. And friends, I want you to know that I have filed over 40 lawsuits against Donald Trump since January. I will file 40 more. And I want you to know that I'm so proud of my staff at the Minnesota Attorney General's office. We hold this dude accountable every day. I'm so proud. I want you to clap for a guy named Brian Carter who's here. Clap for Brian. Brian is probably the only dude here with a tie on, but he is a lawyer filing lawsuits against Trump every single day. Brian, thank you very much. There he is. That's my man. That's him. And he's got 3 other colleagues doing it with him every day. And we'll sue him. We will sue him. And I'm telling you, don't think that the courts aren't holding up. The district courts and the circuit courts, we have been winning about 90%. Now these guys at the Supreme Court, that's a different story. Boo is right. Let me tell you all this. On November 5th, say November 5th. November 5th. Democratic attorney generals are going to be arguing in front of the Supreme Court that this ugly, stupid, illegal, unconstitutional tariff thing is wrong and cannot stand. We will be in front of the Supreme Court saying these tariffs are illegal and wrong, and the destruction of Minnesota's soybean farmers must stop now. I'm telling you, we got to reach out to our soybean farmers, to our veterans. We got to reach out to our small business people, everyone. And we are going to argue that day that this is illegal and wrong and these tariffs must go down. And I don't want the Supreme Court to be able to just make a decision in the dark. They need to do it in the full light of day. I need you to keep watching on November 5th to see whether they stand with the American people or with the billionaires. So now let me just say, friends, elections are coming up very soon. We got them next month. Who's gonna vote? You gotta vote. You got to vote. Yes, we're marching. Yes, we're suing. We're also voting. Y'all ready to do some voting? I'm gonna tell you, in 2026, next year, we have to deliver the highest voter turnout in the history of Minnesota and America. Don't think that we can't take it back. We can take it back, but we can't take it back divided. We gotta be united. We can't take it back separated. We gotta be together. We gotta come together and we've gotta turn the vote out. Voting is not everything, but it's a damn important thing, and we need all of y'all to be doing it, all right? And I'm thinking about running for re-election myself, so what do y'all think? So let me just say as I wrap up, pledge, text pledge to 30319. 30319. Say it again. 30319. Text the word pledge so you can stay in touch. I love you. God bless you. Let's go take our country back.
G. Ellison! Thank you so much. As we transition into the march portion, we're going to ask you to please hold tight as things fall into place. Please be patient and make sure that we are prioritizing safety over speed. While we're on the march, please follow what our marshals, who are in fluorescent vests, say. Please don't engage any counter-protesters. Remember, that is what they want. Please stay on the street so passersby can use the sidewalks. Let's make sure that we're going forth in power, solidarity, and most importantly, in safety. Thank you, Minnesota!
While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time.